They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to NRG Stadium, home of the Texans right here in Houston. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Underway. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So LSU's offense will get the first crack at it here. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be...
Oh, he's got some space. Wide open spaces. Past the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They're on the board first here at the season opener.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early this game, you know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Cougars offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week and look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Houston wants to play fast.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense changing the play. Moore will throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, they're coming off a national championship, but you do wonder if this season will be a season of complacency or a drive for another title.
Well, I mean, what a season last year to put that together, to win a natty, to make your dreams come true. But, Jesse, now it's
turning it on. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's hit. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. He'll set up to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Green. A couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you've got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Now the play fake. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. They're going to run it to the right. Creates a little space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Quarterback will keep it. This is in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Leaves it with the back. Nice move there. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Houston going up tempo.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Oh, out of space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Houston.
I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run offense out onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Gonna run it. It's Barry. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target over the middle. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Moore to the air. He's got him. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Forced out of the pocket. Caught over the middle. It's Barry. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll leave it with him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Right back to him on the ground. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by a field goal over Georgia. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Moore will throw. Under fire. He caught it. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they knocked. Extra point, and they're up 28-7. And that is the height of efficiency on that drive. Single play, hit the big chunk, get the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Safe completion on the screen. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Thurman. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down. They've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears liking their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name, like Spears, that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past, that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out their uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
Hunt is in the air. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air on 1st down. Complete downfield. Coming out, attack. attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Young. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Sanford. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss. And the Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Thurman. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Cougars are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. They go to the ground. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Touchdown LSU! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. Football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the 2nd quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Can't get him to the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
42 Spiders! 42 Spiders!
They'll run it from the gun. Powers through the defender. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Cougars line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Handoff from the gun. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
It's hard probably for the fans, well, listen, for me too, to justify you haven't ran the football very well, not a lot of success, 3rd and short, and you run the football again. So I think you got to find something that's going to work. Maybe get the quarterback out of the pocket, him running the football, or he can run or pass. But the run game just itself, it's been pretty stuffed so far by his defense.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. From the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line in that front.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Moore to the air. A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the right. Tight coverage there. Did not stop it from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looks as if he's going to run it. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. LSU quick to the line. On the move. Push down for the tackle.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't.
Oh, there's a... No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense trying to take it back.
Man, what a big-time play for this defense. Backed up, they come after the quarterback, and they get a hit, and it's a physical one. Get the football out, and man, do they set their offense up with great field position.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, it makes the grab. Oh, couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Moore will throw. Got him downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. The give on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throws toward the end zone. He's got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. A designed run for the quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. They're going to leave the field goal kicker on the sideline and try to walk to the dressing room with a first half ending. Snead gets it done.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. We'll put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Houston offense comes onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking for space. It's Dyer. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And his first throw here is incomplete.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Gives it on the option. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues. Keep it.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Houston will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Now they'll try the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll pull it on the read. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. LSU moving quick. To work again on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little time. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. No, the officials are saying he was out of bounds, and the quarterback might want to rethink taking a chance like that. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. The field goal is no good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, The field goal miss, make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but left some points off the scoreboard there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll give it to the back. Makes a man miss. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And those little runs, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective, trying to get to the
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin them deep.
And the Colts team gets the return off the ground.
Bengals run down onto the field. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sail, drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal. And you know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better on that side. I mean, you move the ball nice, you got to keep that in mind. I mean, you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah,
because you got to know there's just no margin for error.
You just have got to be able to execute on that.
Good, solid run on that one. He gets up to the 33-yard line. And the Tigers are in trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He might want another play. From the gun, he'll try to throw for 3rd down.
Caught by the sticks. It's Barry. Oh, he's getting ahead of speed.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well. He can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy. He does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 to the 29.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there.
Guys, so far this has been a fancy beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stat. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Off the play fake.
Nowhere to go on down. He goes at the 39.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold the ball. You're asking
this offensive line to hold up the task for a bit longer. Get this athletic front seven of defense. It's going to be deep shots to the end zone.
Touchdown, Tiger! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the open whistle, they've been started scoring. We've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys can't be your score playing this offense, score touchdown. So let it go. This defense can prove they can stop.
The 18 unit on the field.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Cummins. Game guys, it appears this is an interesting matchup as well. USC is currently working from behind.
Coliseum, anything is possible. That might solve those
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UNLV. Get on the inside.
We promise to keep you posted on what goes
down
down
in this exciting college football matchup. How about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye out for it.
The
The give to the tailback.
He's stopped in the backfield again. And
This just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
Sends
Sends
it back in motion.
On third down, going up top.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going.
Defensive lineman late into the game. Here's been trying to get to the ball. Are trying to do this. Get the INT. Nice job by this team. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talk about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around. So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this one. Because last drive, he had way too much time to throw.
A run to the quarterback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of the second and 7.
They'll run this play to the pistol.
Looking for a crease. It's Durant. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6. The Tigers just needing a few tough punches
on third down. They'll try and run for it.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll start at the 28.
And this offense does it again on third down. They are so elite on third down. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it. Going for it all. And
it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking it into a touchdown.
And it's saying, listen, it's your job to stop this, and right now we'll keep you alive. So I think there's some psychological something I'm going to give you some other teach you in the future, and you know, got to take that and run their nose in it. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to paint them into a field goal try.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Man, this is a complete performance. The defense has been
lights out. The offense, obviously, just continues. This is what you call having a great game. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football. Lining up for the PAT.
And the extra point will take it onto this lead. So that's only 6 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy. He'll be big lead. They're
trying to hold on to it.
And he'll just take it in. This drive will start at the 25. The drive starts at their own 25-yard line.
Starts the drive, trying to go up top.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Ernie on the Jets. That one could really put this
set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down with the throw. He'll pull it down and run.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing game. He did not like that interception through the last time out on the field. You could see him sideline, guys. He could not wait to get back out there at that time. It was like he was running back. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that. He just wanted to take that scramble, go get the first down.
Stonewall again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the lead, but there's not much getting done. Lost the fire on second down.
The ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up. Strong and what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. Right? You're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping two hands on the football. The defense able to knock it loose.
Just going to keep it out of the snap. This junior making his presence felt, making the
stop after a short game.
You know, I really like keeping running football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world. He's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job trying to scheme ways to get him out more switches.
And you can tell the QB wants to go. He's going to be a big part of the game plan.
And the defense really understands. I got to understand more importantly.
When I get
a lift on this kid, I got to take it.
Like not dirty, not cheap shot. At the end of the plays, when I can be physical and
really take him to the open, I got to learn. LSU gets set for the cat. They'll try to keep it moving on the ground.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before
they get it down. He can pick up on his first down, leads them with second and short. He'll run it again.
Brought down the list as if LSU will pick up the first down. The officials come to clock the 2-minute timeout.
Now that the offense is down by a portion of the victory. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down.
On the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working through the line to sticks on second down.
Johnson wants to throw it.
Looking for the end zone. And give him another 6. Scratching for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this is the debate of where you fall.
It's your job to stop me or get themselves a day. It appears their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. The defense gets better than something about it.
Finding the attack one more on that lead.
And he added the extra point. They covered it. They 50-yard touchdown.
And the score comes on a touchdown pass,
28 yards.
He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. That's the kind of mistake that close on the game plan, come out of the end zone,
and you're stopped in the eight. If this offense can't get on the board when they start this drive at their own 8.
Wants to go up on first down. He's got his man. How about that effort to get it out across the 20-yard, 21 into first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure Rip.
Has the same call. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down.
To the air on first down. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Manning's got to just be ripen up the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your confidence. Makes you believe that this offense has a lot of work for their next football. The Cougars need a menacing chunk way to move the sticks here on third down.
Looking to throw. He ended up losing yardage on the way, and that'll bring up fourth down. And here comes the punt. Hall today looking upfield.
Oh, like it was so late.
Bengals will run the offense down to the field.
Firmly in control of this game. Just trying to run the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I just see the philosophy now to keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the points.
And the quarterback's going to take the knee. They get a big win here to start the season on a positive note.
You gotta love that as the players. You come out with so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. We're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start your year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze, to try to get a little bit better. But plenty of time still left this season to improve and turn it around. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Thomas and Justin Robert, Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.